Why did Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom break up after 9 years? Well, new reports are alleging it's because Orlando kept warning her about her cringeworthy space flights and desperate attempts at promoting her new album, including invading Orlando's privacy.
Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom have called it quits after 9 years together. Their relationship, which has been publicly documented from its very early days, has seen its fair share of ups and downs. New reports, however, suggest that the couple's breakup might have been fueled by deeper issues than anyone realized, including Orlando's repeated frustrations with Katy's personal and professional decisions and the emotional strain it caused. So, what exactly went wrong? Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom's romance first made headlines in 2016. Their relationship was a whirlwind, with both of them being major stars in the entertainment world. From the beginning, they were the subject of intense media scrutiny. But despite their high-profile status, the couple managed to keep their relationship relatively private, at least initially. They were often seen enjoying quiet moments, and their chemistry seemed undeniable. However, like many high-profile couples, their romance wasn't without its struggles. Just a few months into their relationship, it briefly broke up in 2017, with their reps releasing a statement to People magazine saying, "We can confirm that Orlando and Katy are taking respectful, loving space at this time." Though they briefly separated, they maintained that they remained close friends. After a brief period apart, they reconciled in 2018, and by 2019, they were engaged, signaling their renewed commitment to each other. But as time went on, it became increasingly clear that their relationship was no longer the idyllic love story that fans had come to admire. Reports suggest that a key issue that started to create tension in their relationship was Katy's increasing reliance on Orlando to boost her career, particularly around her album promotions. Orlando, who values his privacy, became frustrated with how involved he was in promoting her album. Insiders claim that Katy seemed to prioritize her professional ambitions, often using her relationship with Orlando to create publicity. In one of the most notable incidents, Katy's decision to embark on a space journey as part of her album promotion raised more eyebrows than it did applause. According to reports, Orlando wasn't thrilled by the idea. In fact, sources close to him claimed that during a major argument, Orlando told her that the whole thing was cringeworthy and embarrassing. His words reportedly hurt Katy deeply, especially since she had hoped the stunt would rekindle some excitement in there. Relationship.one insider close to Perry's camp shared with the Daily Mail that Orlando's response during the argument was blunt. He told her, "Imagine going to space, mother effing space, and your partner isn't impressed." He wasn't supportive of her actions and was critical of the whole thing. Sources say this left Katy feeling dejected and emotionally unsupported by her partner, which led to further rifts in their relationship. For Katy, this public and embarrassing space journey wasn't just a publicity stunt, was a desperate attempt to get Orlando's attention and rekindle their fading romance. And when Orlando didn't seem impressed, it marked a turning point in their relationship. She had hoped for him to show some level of pride or enthusiasm for her. But when that didn't happen, it became apparent that their connection wasn't as strong as it once was. Orlando's frustrations didn't just stop with the space trip. He had reportedly been warning Katy against other decisions as well, including her choice of working with controversial producer Dr. Luke. Fans and critics alike had been vocal about their disapproval of her collaboration with Dr. Luke. Considering his history of legal disputes and accusations of abuse. But despite the backlash, Katy went ahead with the partnership, which caused further tension with Orlando. Sources revealed that Orlando had advised Katy against making such decisions, but she chose to ignore his advice. In addition, Orlando also tried to warn Katy about the impact of her promotional tactics. It seemed that everything Katy did in the lead-up to her album's release had a relationship angle to it. For example, she posted intimate moments on Instagram, showing off Orlando in rare shirtless photos as a way to create buzz around her album. Orlando, who is known for keeping his personal life private, wasn't thrilled about this either. It was clear that Orlando wanted Katy to be herself, genuine, authentic, and not constantly seeking external validation. He wanted her to focus on the life they had built together and the family they were raising, rather than constantly chasing the next big headline. Sources claim that Orlando felt like Katy was prioritizing her career at the expense of their relationship. And this left him feeling disconnected from her as their relationship began to unravel. Another event seemed to add more fuel to the fire. Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez's wedding became a point of contention between the couple. Katy was on tour in Australia at the time and couldn't attend. But Orlando, who wasn't particularly close to Bezos and Sanchez, was adamant about going. Reports suggest that Orlando's insistence on attending the wedding upset Katy, especially because she felt that it was a way for him to rub shoulders with Hollywood elites while she stayed behind to focus on her work. Orlando's decision to attend the wedding without Katy was seen as a rejection of her and what she had been going through. Katy had made it clear that she felt isolated from Orlando during this time, especially since he seemed to be prioritizing social events like the Bezos wedding over supporting her on tour. In fact, some sources even went as far as to suggest that Orlando was using the wedding as an opportunity to embrace his bachelor status and mingle with other celebrities. This perceived hypocrisy was another blow to their already strained relationship. Things continued to spiral as both Orlando and Katy were feeling the pressures of their relationship. According to a second source, Orlando had grown increasingly frustrated with Katy's refusal to listen to his advice. He reportedly wanted her to focus on their family, to step back from the constant hustle of promoting her career, and to embrace the life they had built together. But Katy, who had been struggling with her own sense of identity in the public eye, wasn't ready to take a break. One insider shared that Orlando had had enough of the woman he fell in love with. He wanted her to return to the person she was when they first met, but the pressures of her career and the public eye had taken a toll on her personality and behavior. Sources close to Orlando stated that he believed Katy had become someone he didn't recognize, and it was clear that their relationship could no longer sustain the weight of her career and public image. As the couple officially parted ways, Orlando appeared to embrace his new life. He was recently spotted in Venice, spending time with actress Sydney Sweeney, sparking rumors of a new romance. While paparazzi photos of the two together don't confirm anything, it does signal Orlando's return to the dating scene. Meanwhile, Katy continues to focus on her career, her tour, and her role as a mother to their daughter Daisy. Both have their own separate lives now. And while their breakup has been difficult, they seem to be handling it with as much grace as possible. Katy is said to be reflecting on the past year and the decisions she made, while Orlando is trying to move forward, hopefully in a more peaceful and fulfilling direction.